Like many people across British Columbia and Canada, I was greatly saddened to learn of the passing of the Honourable Tom Siddon. Tom served his community, province, and country with distinction. He was a federal cabinet minister, a school trustee, a regional district director, conservation champion, a father, a husband, a grandfather, and a mentor to many. As I reflect on Tom's life, I found myself coming back to a story because everyone I talked to who knew Tom has one. And as a newly elected Penticton City Councillor, I attended a PAC meeting at a local elementary school where Tom was serving as the school trustee and board liaison. Parents at Queen's Park were concerned about the children crossing between the school and the nearby parking lot at the community center. Tom pulled me aside and asked if I thought I could convince what was then a very frugal city council to install a flashing crosswalk. I said I wasn't sure. His response was very simple. I have faith in you, Dan. The crosswalk was eventually installed and the community was safer because of it. And looking back, that project happened because Tom knew how to bring people together, how to support a good idea, and to encourage a political rookie. That was Tom Siddon. He believed in people. Tom's public service career was extraordinary. After entering Parliament in 1978, he served as the Secretary of State for Science and Technology, Minister of Fisheries and Oceans, Minister of Indian Affairs and Northern Development, and eventually Minister of National Defense. He helped lay the groundwork for the Canadian Space Agency, championed salmon conservation, and played a key role in the negotiations that led to the creation of Nunavut. One of his lasting legacies in British Columbia came through the creation of the Pacific Salmon Foundation and the Salmon Conservation Stamp. Years later, Tom asked for my help as a new MP, advocating that all of the salmon stamp revenues be directed back to the conservation work being carried out by local stream keepers in British Columbia. That work continues today and remains one of the most important conservation successes for wild salmon in our province. Tom and Pat also developed a deep affection for the Okanagan over many years, in part due to their long-standing friendship with Fred and Audrey King of Cleaton. Tom often spoke fondly of that friendship and the many conversations and experiences they shared together. I know that Fred was an early supporter of Tom's political career, and that friendship between the two families endured far beyond their time at Parliament Hill. I also remember spending an afternoon with Tom and Pat at their home, looking through their photographs from his years of public service. What stood out was how he proudly spoke out about helping to create Nunavut, how he spoke about the people around him rather than himself. He understood that meaningful accomplishments are always shared with others, and especially his family. What made Tom unique was that the public service did not end when he left Ottawa. He went on to serve as the founding chair of the Okanagan Water Stewardship Council, as a School District 67 trustee, and later as a director with the Regional District of the Okanagan-Similkameen. He remained very deeply involved in education, conservation, water stewardship, and community life because he genuinely cared about leaving things better than he found them. Tom was also a great person to spend time with. As an avid car collector, he once took me for a drive in his Thunderbird. Like most conversations with Tom, it quickly turned into discussion about history, politics, conservation, community, and the future of our country. You always learned something when you spent time with him. Tom Siddon's legacy could be measured in many ways, but for those of us fortunate enough to know him personally, it also measured in the encouragement he gave others. Tom had faith in people long before they had faith in themselves, and he leaves behind an extraordinary family. Pat, his wife of 63 years, their 5 children, 11 grandchildren, and many extended family members and friends who loved him dearly. I especially want to extend my condolences to Pat. Over the years, she patiently listened as Tom and I droned on about politics, conservation, and public policy. She was his partner in every sense of the word and shared in the sacrifices and in the accomplishments that came with a lifetime of service. To Pat and the entire Siddon family, thank you for sharing Tom with all of us. His friendship, encouragement, and example of public service will not be forgotten. He will be deeply missed. May he rest in peace.